I never knew a world of heart defects ever existed. I've never knew so many babies were born with broken hearts. 1 out of every 110. My baby was that one. Halfway through our third pregnancy in 2013, we were introduced to the words congenital heart defects, or CHD. Our unborn daughter Carolyn was diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, an intact atrial septum, and a chromosome disorder called Turner syndrome. Half a heart. That's what our daughter faced. She would need a minimum of 3 invasive open heart surgeries after birth through the first few years of her life, and a good chance to one day need a heart transplant. However, before birth, blood was pooling in Carolyn's lungs, so we landed at Mott's Children's Hospital in Michigan for a fetal cardiac intervention, basically heart surgery in the womb. Everything went great and we had our first success. But the victory was short-lived when 4 days later, I went into labor 8 weeks premature. On July 21st, 2013, at only 31 weeks and 2 days gestation, I gave birth to our beautiful 4-pound, 6-ounce daughter. I could feel her heart beating against my chest as I held her. But Carolyn's lungs would not open. The only thing we were left to do was to hold our baby until she slipped into the arms of Jesus. She left us an hour later. For the next 24 hours, we spent time holding her, loving on her, introducing her to family and friends, and making as many memories as we could before we said our final goodbyes. My husband and I were devastated, and we left the hospital broken and with empty arms. How could we move on? We left the hospital feeling lost, lonely, and isolated. But that's where passion grows. Passion for others walking the same path. We wanted to provide tangible items, resources, and hope to grieving parents. Something they could carry home from the hospital that would provide them direction in these uncharted waters of grief. We wanted to give them comfort and hope, knowing they are not alone on this road to child loss. Grief is so overwhelming and hard. Just trying to live and breathe without your child is something no parent thinks they will be called to do. The mission is simple: support families affected by congenital heart defects. This was the birth of Little Light. Little Light provides family support for those affected by CHD. We provide bereavement boxes through local children's hospitals and care bags full of goodies to each inpatient heart child as they recover. Little Light meets financial needs to inpatient families because the financial strain of living in a hospital is so great, and we provide monetary donations to support congenital heart defect research. Little Light raises public awareness of CHD, which is the #1 birth defect worldwide, by sharing facts, research, and other statistics through social media. My passion with Little Light has always been rooted in bereavement boxes, because there is nothing that can be said to make what my husband and I walk through any easier. But the simple acts of tangible items, showing that someone cared, touched the depths of my heart in a way that words cannot. I want to give that hope and comfort to others. I want the families to know we are standing right beside them. The bereavement boxes do just that. We provide a packet to grieving parents that provides some direction on what to do now and how to make memories with their child. We also provide online resources to the parents once they are home. Our bereavement box donations started at Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City, where Carolyn would have received her care. Our goal is to continue expanding our services to more hospitals and to include any type of child loss, regardless of diagnosis. We have chosen to take our grief and heartache and allow the Lord to use it to impact not only the heart community, but anyone who hears our story, to comfort people the way the Lord and others have comforted us, in hopes that not only will they be comforted, but they will get a glimpse of the hope we have in Christ. This is not the end of the story. Even though there is so much heartache and grief and pain in this world, there is still so much beauty and so much good to come through the most difficult circumstances. I truly believe that Little Light is not only impacting hearts, but that we are making an eternal impact by sharing the hope we have through our bereavement boxes. Little Light is run purely on donations and volunteers, and we thank all of you for supporting us. Not only have you emotionally supported our family and our journey, but your generosity has supported families affected by congenital heart defects all across the country. From the depths of our hearts, we thank you.